Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today we're going to be doing a deep dive on Trais Kelce. So this reading was one that was inspired by my Taylor Swift reading, and I just was like, you know what? You know what would be really cool? Let's get it. We've done Taylor. We've done a deep dive on Taylor, and now I want to do a deep dive on Trais. What are his motivations? What's going on with him? So we get to know a little bit more behind the player behind the number on the Kansas City Chiefs. So without further ado, really just wanted to jump right into it. I have a few questions and areas that I kind of wanted to look into, and then we can kind of go from there. So without further ado, welcome and let's get into it. So my disclaimer here, just a quick reminder, remember everything I'm sharing today is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, my opinions, psychic downloads, and the such. I'm just reading cards and putting in my interpretation of them. So like I said, no facts here. If you want to use what I'm sharing to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So that's what I kind of have here for Trais and my disclaimers. So the deck that I'm using today is the Druid Tarot. I'm going to see if this works. Just letting y'all know, I've tried filming this now. This is going to be attempt number 3. So we're going to see if we can get through this and have it actually come out the way it's supposed to. So, initially, let's just look at Travis's energy as a whole in general. Who is he as a person? So, we have the Princess of Pentacles, otherwise known as the Page of Pentacles. So, at the heart of him, he's one about new adventures, new ideas, new projects. I like to call it like he's always got like something new that he wants to do, something he wants to invest in. When it comes to like businesses or even just generally in life, he's always someone who's like, oh, I have this really cool idea that I want to start, and then kind of take it from there. He's a man with all the ideas. He's a man with the plan, is kind of what I would get from this card. He likes to start new different things, and he's always got something up his sleeve that he's working on, whether that's maybe from like in his childhood. He's always got like, I have this cool plan of like idea that I'm going to like build something in the backyard, and now it's like, oh, I have this really cool idea of like this business that I want to invest into, or that I want to start, or this idea that I'm like wanting to do around the home or wherever he's living. He's always got to be doing something, or he's always got an idea forming in the back of his head. With the Hermit, he's not afraid to get out of his comfort zone. With the Hermit reverse, he's not afraid to get out of his comfort zone, try something new, and expand into different areas of his life, or even in areas around him that he's not comfortable in. So I think I did do a quick wiki search on him just to see what is just some information that's like kind of really public knowledge, and wiki is a pretty decent place to look first. And like he's invested, and he has his hands in a lot of different things that you would not assume from, say, a football player. Like, I think he has investments in Tapatio. He's got investments in, I think, F1 racing. He's got investments. Like, he puts his hand in a bunch of different little pots. He's got a couple nonprofits that he works with and for, that he started. He's got, I think, a charity that he does with his brother at his old alma mater high school. So, like, he does a ton of different things, whether that's in STEM and science, whether that's in food, whether that's in sports. He's not afraid to get out of his comfort zone and experience different things and try different things. He's also very shrewd in business. So for people who are like, oh, he's not that good at business, or like they kind of questions how he does things, and like, oh, he doesn't make the smartest decisions. I do believe with the Queen of Swords reversed, it's like this is someone who can remove their emotions from a situation, look at things very high level, and be very discerning. I've heard him referred to as kind of like an airhead, and I'm like, I don't believe that. I'm of the opposite mindset here of maybe Trais is like, when it comes to his emotions, a little bit has a lower EQ, but like but when it comes to like business, his strategy, his how is he going at life, he's a very intelligent individual, very driven, very intelligent, kind of gets all of his ducks in a row, I think more than people give him credit for. uh just seeing this is like the Queen of Swords is like in our financial aspects, or like when it comes to money and resources, he's very shrewd, is kind of how I would put it. What are kind of like goals or aspirations? So we have the moon here. So secrets, but in this interpretation of the card, uh, what I'm feeling here for him is like his aspirations, he might not have like certain, he has concrete ones set for himself. When it comes to the grand scheme of things, otherwise hopes and fears, it's like he doesn't know everything in his life. He doesn't know all the ins and outs. He doesn't have all the answers to everything. And I do believe also with this Queen of Swords verse, he does like to seek out answers. He likes having the full picture. So when he makes decisions, he knows that he's making them out of logic instead of just emotions. But sometimes there are things hidden from him. And I think he struggles when there are things that kind of just pop up out of nowhere, or when things get really difficult, or essentially when things come at him sideways and he's not expecting it, I think it does throw him for a bigger loop than he might show on the outside, and it does rock his foundation quite a bit. Challenges, or I should say unseen obstacles for him in this, just generally Ace of Pentacles. So I do feel that he's had some big investments, or even just some big projects that he's been working on that have not worked out for him how he's wanted to. With the Ace of Pentacles here, the Ace of Pentacles is all about like new money or new resources coming in. I'm seeing it as like the unseen obstacle. It's you've had new stuff come in. It might not have been expected, but it's also, I think some projects have fallen through. Some things have come through though, and they've maybe have had attachments with them that he did not expect. So maybe this is an example of this might be he has put money towards like a home, or we'll just go with like a home or a person or something like that. And he's put money towards it. Resources, time, money, effort. And it just hasn't, it's panned out. However, it might have come with like a caveat, like, oh, the home, okay, so you put all this time, money, but you know what? You might have bad neighbors. It might be like the perfect thing that you've made yours, but like your neighbors are really bad. Or it could be like, oh, you put all this time, money, and effort into a person, and the place and like that relationship that you have with them is really, really good. However, like there's maybe just a caveat of, oh, this person might be like emotionally detached from me when I might need more emotion in a relationship, but otherwise the rest of it is good. And that's what it kind of feels like here with him. It's just, he's just had things that have like, he's put lots of effort into and they've turned out to be really good. However, there's been like a caveat or like an unexpected addition that he didn't expect when it came to it. Okay. Challenges for him is the world, and that is cycles, and more cycles. So I don't know if what his relationships have been in the past. I don't know what sort of cycles he's been in the past, but it does feel, oh shucks, nakedy people, no more. We have rocks. Shucks. What happened to the paper I put on them? I'm going to have to be very careful. Looks like it fell off on some of them. Okay, so the world is all about cycles. So I do feel that he is repeating another cycle, or he repeats cycles very often in his life, whether that's bad relationships, whether in business or personal, bad friendships, or just you do one thing and like you think you want to and then you like, okay, it's like, okay, I've messed this thing up, next time I'm gonna get it right, and then the next time comes around, we go back to the same cycle over and over and over and over and over again. So that's what I'm kind of feeling for him, is that he does have a repeating of cycles that I think that like in the current he is going through and trying to break out of, whether these are toxic or unhealthy cycles for himself, and how he is building him and his career and his legacy. Okay. What's going for him is the Eight of Pentacles. He's very dedicated to his work and mastering his craft, whether that's in football, whether that's in business, whether that's in investments, whether that's in whenever he sees, like, whenever he puts something like as like, this is my job, these are my goals, these are my ambitions, these are the projects I want to do, he will become a master at his craft. He's a very competitive individual, and once he's dedicated himself, he's dedicated fully, is what this feels like. And it's like, I'm going to work on this no matter what and make it work, and I'm going to become a master at my craft. That's kind of what the Eight of Pentacles is. Like, I'm building up my wealth, I'm building up my knowledge, I'm building up my wisdom. And I think he does have a lot that he's done so far in his career, and I think he's got quite a ways to much to learn, but in a different aspect of his life outside of football. Okay. In his past, we have the Hanged Man. More nakedy people. Okay. So this is like, so in the past, once again, kind of going in with this world and the Hanged Man here, there is a definite cycle of struggling to let go of preconceived notions of self. What am I doing? It's almost like it's like, feels like the universe, or like in this cycle of who he is, there's definitely been he's had very similar issues, and he keeps repeating them because he's having a difficulty letting go of maybe certain traumas or certain ideas of what life is supposed to be like, and he's kind of just trying to forge his own, what his life looks like now. And it feels like other people's interpretations of what life is supposed to be like kind of get imposed on him more than enough. Then here in the future, we have the Lord, aka the Emperor, reversed for him. So I do feel just in his just, and like this is going to be kind of like a recent future, not like, oh, long term, but in this upcoming future here, I do see him kind of being a little bit brooding, an overlord of trying to control what he has control of, because it feels like he's going to be losing he's going to be losing a sense of self or a sense of control, and he's going to be trying to hold on to what he can control around him here. So, because like the Emperor reversed is very much a card of greed, selfish. I'm going to use my pride, my ego, my power to kind of use it to pressure other people to control. And it feels like why he's doing that is more because he's losing control of his outer world. So now he's got to control what he can in his inner or most immediate circle. Yep, because we have the Judgment, aka rebirth. So we do have something coming up here with there's judgment. There's some sort of public announcement, public awareness here coming for him. Something is becoming public that has not been made public before. Because I'm getting drawn to, in this card, it's the Sun card. It's the Sun child stepping out. So it feels like this is maybe something, when it comes to whatever is coming out, it's newer. It's a new thing, not extremely new, but like newer, because it's like, this isn't a baby, it's like a toddler. So he definitely has some news coming out that's going to be brought to the public eye, and with it being rebirth in this deck, it's also going to be, I think, the kickstarting of, okay, you have to shed the old you, and now you have to start with the new you. And to do so, we need to kind of put it out into the public. Yep, because we have the Two of Pentacles. You have a decision to make between two different options. So you have a decision that you have to make in which way do you want to go in your career, what way do you want to go in life, and you have to balance what is that priority for you. It feels like for him. So he has two different priorities to balance. And what I'm actually getting drawn to here is we have this ship. We have two ships here. We have one that's riding the waves, and we have another one that's capsizing in the waves in the background. And I've never noticed that before, but it's like you're going into the storm. You have two decisions to make. Are you going to be on the ship that seems to be heading into the storm but riding the waves? Or are you going to taking it on head on but being able to navigate through it? Or are you going to be the person who's going to be like, I'm going to run away from this and go down with the ship because I'm running away from my problems? Then we have the Princess of Cups, aka the Page of Cups. So emotional detachment from oneself. And then the Two of Swords here. Again, a decision to be made. What way are you going to go? There's something in the public. We have to detach ourselves emotionally. And it's going to because it causes us, because if we don't, it's going to cause us a lot of emotional grief and turmoil. Is going to keep us tossing and turning at night. Yep, and there is the King of Swords. You have a decision to make. Are you going to stand up for yourself and communicate and be the leader that he is? Or is he going to falter and run away and capsize with the ship? That's what it feels like in his current energy. What's kind of the vibe of Travis? Alrighty. Okay, those are all covered now. All right, so next, I want to look into what is this public scandal that Travis is going to kind of be going through here. Because it's like there's some sort of judgment. It's Judgment Day is coming. Let me grab that card out here. Where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Mr. Here. Yep, there it is. Alright, so what is this event for Travis? What is this event? Let's take a look and see what we can get. What kind of event? What's coming out about Travis? What's coming out about him? So this might not be just a deep dive, but kind of just a general energy check-in on this, on Travis, and what's kind of going on. So, what's this Judgment Day essentially coming for Mr. Trais Kelce? Because that sounds very juicy. Also, while I'm shuffling up, thank you all so very much for joining me for this video. And if you've liked this video, feel free to hit that like button down below. If you have any comments or you're like, oh my goodness, that's what that is, let me know in the comments. And if you want to see more content like this, let me know. Who else you'd want me to kind of do more of like a little bit of a deep dive on. And subscribe if you want to see more content like it, and you can go vote on my community tab for what kind of readings you would like to see every week, as I like to get input from my community. So let's just take a look here now quick at what's coming for Mr. Trais Kelce as he's having a Judgment Day moment. So you have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. All right. Side information for all y'all so far. So this Queen of Pentacles, I have two different, so in my previous two readings, I used a different deck. In this reading, and you know what, in that reading, the Queen of Pentacles came out all the time for a certain individual that's been following Travis around. And I'm like, this is a completely different deck. And you know what, who showed right back up? The Queen of Pentacles. So there is a feminine energy, maybe someone who has a birthday during Taurus season, Capricorn season, or Virgo season, sun, moon, or rising, that is around him. That is, or this could just be someone who's very grounded, maybe a little bit more money motivated, has a very nurturing type of energy about them, or is just very money motivated, because this Queen of Pentacles follows Travis around. So I don't know who this person is. We can pull to see who it is, but at the heart of these allegations, it's like there is a Queen of Pentacles woman who is at the center of all these allegations coming out for Travis's Judgment Day. Whether let's see who this person is. What is this circumstance? Ha 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 ha. Okay, so Six of Pentacles reverse is a direct influence. So breaking of contracts. It could be, yeah, breaking of contract. So what sort of contract is he, like, is this his contract with, like, another person? Like, is there NDAs involved? Like, someone's reaching out and speaking out on what Travis has been doing, like, behind the scenes, related to, like, a Queen of Pentacles type of individual. Because it's like, we're breaking of a contract, we're breaking cycles of, we're breaking agreements of some sort here between the two of them. Financial influences, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is my industry card. So it's like you're falling out of love with the industry, you're falling out of love with the general public, the people who are your supporters. Is this the 98 percenters? No. It feels like there's a falling out with a group of people around him. The Ten of Pentacles, yes, can be like extended family. I read it more as like industry or networks of people is kind of what I see it. And typically they're in business. So an example of this might be the music industry. I will rate as the Ten of Pentacles because it's like a bunch of people who are kind of a common goal. They're in similar or the same networks, trying to advance their craft. I see this as like small towns. I'll see it as like extended families. And in this case, for Travis, it definitely feels like there's someone around him. There's this Judgment Day that's going to come out, and it's going to cause rifts within his community at large. So the people that follow him, his audience, is kind of what this feels like. The 98 percenters, hopes and fears, the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups reverse. Someone's coming in and they're mad, like mad, and they're mad, and trying to, I think, this is someone who's going to be emotionally distant, detached. It's going to come at him sideways, isn't happy with him, going to treat him really, really bad. Not out of like, I think he's afraid of someone, I think, detaching from him completely. This is another feminine energy. Maybe this is, does he have multiple people on the side where it's like one person came out and now the next person's going to come out and spill the secrets? Because remember, this cup's reversed. And I was like, I got to spill out my emotions too. Unseen obstacles is the wheel. Bad luck, bad opportunity. Challenges here. It's the Five of Pentacles. Going to be crying over spilt milk. Crying over spilt. It's like we're down on our luck. We're down on what's going on around us. So we aren't able to see that we can still move forward from this. It's going to be a whirlwind of things. It's like, I can't move past this. I can't move past this. But it's like, you can move past this. You just have to redirect the energy. Redirect where things are going. What's going for him, though, is that he's here. He's going to win whatever this battle is. Like, he's going to come out the victor. But it's going to have to take down another person to do so. So, okay. So it feels like there's this Queen of Pentacles person who's going to come forward, talk some smack about Travis. Whether he's been talking to someone behind the scenes and like they agreed that this wasn't going to happen, but then someone's breaking their agreement. Travis is going to have to come out and be like, well, of course I was talking to that person, but you know what this person did? And it's like, it will be like X, Y, and Z, and it's going to like drag this person, whoever it is, through the mud and like ruin their reputation, tarnish who they are, like their reputation, their identity, like, and I hate to say this, and I'm going to put this caveat out here for my Swifties or people who follow Taylor. Like, whenever this information comes out about Travis, please don't go like after whoever this person that's coming out is, because remember, it takes two to tango. It takes two people to have a conversation. It takes two people to do something. don't go attacking no one. Don't go like, oh, this person's character is getting slammed in the media. You don't need to contribute to it. You don't need to acknowledge it. We don't need to acknowledge it. Like, people that remember, it takes two to have a conversation. It takes two to continue things. It takes two to have whatever this sort of relationshipy type of deal is. Takes two. So it's really what I want to put out there, because it's like, it feels like this person might be getting threats against themselves from other people because of what's been revealed. So like, it feels like this is going to get really nasty, and media is going to get involved, and then the fans will get involved. And I want to just put out there, let fans, don't contribute to it. It's not worth it. And you don't know Taylor, nor do you know Travis, nor do you know this other woman, I'm assuming. And whatever they have going on, let them deal with it. They don't need the audience or the fans' help to do so. Okay? Okay. Capiche? Got it. Awesome. Glad we're all on the same page. In the past, Princess of Swords or Page of Swords. It's like, you said one thing but did another thing. And then here in the future, the Ace of Wands. It's the D card. Allegedly, conspiracy, whatever. I'm not saying anything happened. I'm not saying anything physical happened, but it feels like there was communications that happened that were maybe on the down low, with the Page of Swords reversed, and they were maybe heated in conversation, where people were maybe having some pictures sent back and forth, and things were getting a little hot and heavy through some text messaging, and that's kind of coming out soon, from Travis and another Queen of Pentacles type of person. So I'm not, and then like, it feels like there might be other people on the side, but it's starting off with this Queen of Pentacles, and then it's gonna be a snowball rolling down the hill, is what I'm feeling. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm just saying that's the interpretation that I have reading the cards. Alrighty. So, Travis, you need to keep it in your pants. Please and thank you. It's all we hope for in this lifetime, because you've decided to have a relationship with an international pop star with a bunch of fans who will go after people. So, and Taylor, who will at all costs make herself and her man look good at the expense of other people. We have seen it before. You can call me out in the comments if you want, but you can't deny what we see with our two eyes. All right. What else do we need to look here? All right. So next thing I want to look at here, I was asked about him and his publicist, Pia. What's going on between those two? Is there anything? Was there anything that kind of went on between those two? And if there is, what was it? So let's take a look-see at him, at Travis and Pia. All right. Okay. Travis and Pia. What is the nature of your guys' relationship? Or what's that dynamic? Yeah, so we have Travis. The Lover's reverse, so detachment. We have Pia, which is the Death card, rebirth, starting something new. Energy in between, the Ace of Swords. So communication. I'm going to pull just one more layer here for them. Okay, so when it comes to these two, Travis is detached from Pia. Pia is a death and rebirth. In between the two of them, the Ace of Swords. So the birth or start of new things or communication. So do I believe that these two might have been involved in the past? Yes. Are they now? No. Reason being, Travis is detached from this, whatever relationship that it was, and Pia has moved on. she's the death card upright. It's like, this is a death, rebirth, the start of something new. There was communication, I think, in the past about this, but it's like, it's no longer. It was a thing, in my opinion. It is no longer. They've moved on from that, because right here we have with Pia the Hermit, she's like, I'm moving on. I'm starting something new. I'm going off to find myself. Travis is detached because he's like, I have different projects that I want to work on between the two of them. Secrets. So they've kept this on the down low, it felt like. Yeah, because Travis is like, I have new options to weigh here. With Pia, it's like, I have different opinions or different ways that I kind of wanted my life to go. These are, and so it's like, these two have differing ideas, yeah, on where they wanted, I think, to take their relationship. Also, between the two of them is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands in almost all my readings when it comes to Travis and or Taylor is Taylor Swift. So I do believe that these two, if they're still working together, Taylor definitely has come between the two of them and be like, you need to, like, because it does feel like they were exes, or there was something there, but they're no longer there anymore. And the reason why, Pia, it seems to have has just a different outlook that she wants to have when it comes to her personal life, and what does family look like, what does she want out of her life. And Travis is like, I'm still deciding which way I want to go. Taylor's kind of in the middle of it, it feels like, and be like, we're keeping it right at this level, nothing more, nothing less type of vibe. Yeah, because Travis also has, I think, a differing idea. They have differing ideas on this relationship. It was hot and heavy at one point in time, but it is no longer. Pia's moved on. She's completely detached from that aspect of it. And with Travis, it's like, I have a different type of, like, he has a different view of family than Pia does. Yeah. And I think they just burned each other out. Allegedly conspiracy, whatever, my opinions, no facts here. Okay. That was pretty straightforward. That was really straightforward. Awesome. Okay. So my next thing here is I want to see how Travis is viewed by family, coworkers. Yeah, by his family and coworkers. So let's take a look here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at how does Travis and his coworkers, aka his football people, see him? How do his football people see him now versus pre-Taylor? I'm gonna see it pre-Taylor and then post-Taylor. I want to see if there's been like a major change in that, and like how his team sees him. And if there has been like a difference in that, I would love to, I'm curious. So, all right, Mr. Travis, let's take a look-see here. What do you, my dear, how are you viewed by your family, or viewed pre-Taylor and post-Taylor by your teammates? Okay, so pre-Taylor, we're going to see pre-Taylor. Well, I think this is just in general. This is the death card. There's definitely been a transformation of some sort from pre-Taylor to post-Taylor. Pre-Taylor, it was the wheel reverse. So when they look at like who he is, he was down on his luck. There were things that weren't going his way. Still seen as a very successful individual, but maybe just not. He was down on his luck and things just weren't going exactly how his team kind of wanted them to. Post-Taylor, he's got a new zest for life, at least amongst his teammates. It's like he has a new passion, especially with the Four Cups reverse. It's like finding energy and passion and looking at life instead of like what you don't have and looking at what we do have. Everything's reversed. Oh boy. So, goodness gracious. All right, I'm gonna have to get my stickies back out. I don't like having to like. Okay, so looking at it pre-Taylor. Pre-Taylor, I wonder if he was hung up on someone pre-Taylor, if it was just like an old ex, or if this was someone that he had been seeing, because it's like he was struggling to let go of things. It was just like a bad slew of people coming in and out of his life. It feels like that were kind of emotionally just not fulfilling him, or taking stuff from him, but not giving him anything back. Um, And then post Taylor, he has a new zest for life. However, he is not he's more focused on himself rather than the team around him. And I think he comes off a little cold, or better art than thou. Just with the King of Swords reverse, this is someone who I think kind of like sees themselves a little bit above the clouds, essentially, above everyone else. Uh, he felt more grounded pre-Taylor than he does post-Taylor. Okay. At least from his coworkers, aka his football team's perspective. Because it feels like there was a really big change from pre-Taylor to post-Taylor dating. Okay. All right. So next I kind of want to look at okay. We're going to look at now how does Travis's family see Travis, pre-Taylor versus post-Taylor? How does his family see him? Have they seen a difference? Is it a good difference? Is it a bad difference? What's kind of the vibe there? All right. Okay, so let's look at Travis and how his family sees him pre-Taylor and post-Taylor. Okay, so pre-Taylor. The Moon, the Two of Cups, the Death card reversed. Post-Taylor, the Princess of Cups, the Hermit, the Magician. Ooh, so just taking a look here. So pre-Taylor, they definitely felt like Travis was hiding stuff from them, especially hiding stuff from them, but also himself. Then with the Two of Cups here, it's like he was kind of detached. I think he also, again, was having really bad luck when it came to relationships. The Death card here reverses, like, this was a forced rebirth. Did he go through like a really bad breakup like right before Taylor? Because it's like he had a really, it feels like even with his like coworkers and his family, there's a bad relationship here that's like he had to detach from, and it really messed him up. So like, was Taylor a rebound for him? Allegedly conspiracy, whatever. Because looking right here with the Princess of Cup post Taylor, it's like he definitely came back alive, it felt like, to them. With the Hermit here, he's come back alive a little bit. However, he's become a little bit more recluse, more isolated from them. But with the Magician here, he has like grown his speaking abilities, his confidence. Like it's come back up, is what this kind of feels like here. So like, I want to take a look at this old relationship because it seems like it affected him really badly, and I want to look at what that was. Was this with the Instagram model Kayla, or was this with someone different? So, because this seems to, like, it really had him kind of screwed up. It does seem, though, with him post Taylor, starting to date Taylor, like, his confidence did come back, and his family has seen a definite change of him kind of coming back into himself. But I'm also wondering, was Taylor a rebound for him? So let's just take a look here at like, what was this relationship before Taylor that's kind of, I think, really screwed him up. Like, what was it? Was this with Kayla? Was this with someone else? Like, because like, he was just seeing it from like his family and from his teammates' perspective. Like, this one really threw him for a loop, is what this kind of feels like. And let me know in the comments down below if like I missed a relationship in there. And there's the rebirth, aka. All right, guys, one more shuffle. Or do I need to keep that out? Fine, I will keep this out. Yee. Oh, interesting. Okay, so let's just take a look at what this relationship was. So the Eight of Cups, this is something he was forced to walk away from. This is a relationship he was forced whatever this relationship was, he was forced to walk away from it, and I don't think he wanted to, but he had to. Yeah, Prince of Swords, direct influence here. Did things pretty hastily. This was done out of haste, out of pure emotion, not logic. It feels like logic kind of went out the window, and he was like forced to leave this situation behind. Yep, the High Priestess reverse, because he wasn't in his right frame of mind when this ended. He was forced to walk away because he wasn't in the right frame of mind. This other person wasn't in the right frame of mind. Hopes and fears. Oh, we can come back. We can rekindle this. We don't need to. So Seven of Swords is like getting away with something. And this version, though, I've always seen this as, oh, I can write this person back. I can craft the perfect apology letter. I can craft the perfect note that's going to get someone to come back. It's the pen is mightier than the sword in this case. For this version of the Seven of Pentacles. Not always. Just in this deck. So, yeah, it's like the pen is mightier than the sword. It's like he was hoping he could get this person back by, not by show, but like by writing, by apologies, by essentially saying what he wanted to say, but in like a letter format or a text format. The obstacle here, though, is Serenonus. More tags. I need more or rocks. We'll just go with that right there. Huh. It's still, there it goes. There you go, buddy. There you go. So dumb. But, in the past, Serenonus is the devil card in this deck. So the unseen obstacle here was just him having bad behaviors, him repeating bad cycles, him repeating allegedly conspiracy, whatever, maybe seeing other people, having other relationships, and like that was like, or like having a reliance on substances. Like the obstacle with this whole relationship that he had to leave behind is because it was a toxic cycle. It was a toxic relationship. Did he want to leave it? No. Do I think this might be a story that's coming out soon about him? Potentially. Yeah, because the challenge here is that like he was kind of stuck in this toxic cycle. He wasn't having, as like the relationship was almost like draining the life out of him. Where he wasn't finding enjoyment with it anymore. And he had to leave to start anew, to get a new cycle. But it really messed him up because he was forced to walk away from it. He didn't choose to walk away from it. Yep, in the past it was a really good opportunity for him. It was a good relationship. It's like he struck gold with the Wheel of Fortune upright in the past, and then here in the future we have this Queen of Cups. Is my Queen of Cups, is this Taylor? No, okay. So here in the Queen of Cups, here in the future, it's like, what? When it comes to this relationship, he had to move on so he could find a new person that would fill his cup, that can have him be more emotional. Because like this old relationship wasn't fulfilling him or filling his cup at the end of the day. And he had to go out and find that through a different person. Because it wasn't a healthy relationship, allegedly conspiracy, whatever. So that's what I'm seeing here for that. Okay, I'm going to have to get new stickies because I love using this deck. But man, the nakedy people can be a little much. All right. Okay. So we went through that. Next thing I want to look at here is I want to actually just get how does he feel about Taylor from his perspective, and like how does that relationship moving and how is that going from his side? Because we've seen it quite a bit from Taylor's side, and this one's really this is all about Travis. So let's just take a look at how he feels about Taylor from his side. Well, that wasn't too bad. All right. So let's take a look here. How does Travis feel about Taylor? Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords reversed. At the heart of the matter, how does he feel? He feels berated. Allegedly, conspiracy, whatever. My opinions, no truth, no facts, yada yada yada. He feels like he walks on eggshells around her, but he's also, it's like there's criticism, there's negative, there's a lot of negative talk is what this feels like with the Queen of Swords reversed. It's someone who's got a sharp tongue, not afraid to use it, and instead of waxing poetry, it's wax. It's like it's speaking harsh words into the universe. He would like to let go of this relationship with the Hanged Man upright. Hanged Man upright. It's like, I want to detach. I want to let go of this. Financial resources, though, it's like, I'm struggling with the money. I'm struggling with the resources that it's brought me, the money that I've had. And it's like, this isn't an external struggle. It's more of an internal struggle. It's like, do I really want to leave this all behind? Because maybe emotionally it's not fulfilling, but financially it's been obviously a really good thing for him. And that's what he kind of struggles with here a little bit. Allegedly conspiracy, my opinion here. His hopes and fears is he's going to regret this decision with the Six of Cups reverse. It's like regrets. He's afraid of regrets, of the things that he's done, of things that like occurred. He's afraid he's going to regret leaving if he does. Right. And I think he regrets getting with allegedly conspiracy, whatever, with her. The challenge here, though, is getting out of this comfort zone that he's kind of put himself into with the Hermit reversed. The Hermit reverse is getting out of your comfort zone. So like he's struggling with that. That's the obstacle here, is getting out of it, what's been established. And it's like, because they've had such now close ties. It's been a year. That's kind of hard to like detach yourself from, a mega superstar pop star who's brought a ton of her fans to your fan base, and now they're intertwined, they're intermingled, he's on stage, he's becoming a big part of her life, and the struggle is trying to detach from that, but in a healthy way and not in a way that's going to go boom in his face. Because his challenges here is the Page of Cups, Princess of Cups, which is detaching from the relationship to provide emotions, but also I think just getting emotions as well. Like his challenge is, I think, detaching how he feels in the situation, but also I think finding emotions and sometimes for it. It's like, what I'm seeing is like, metaphorically, it doesn't need to be 100% accurate or anything, but it feels like, you know how there's people who, like, you have this one friend and they're talking about something they're super, super passionate about, but like you have like no interest. So you're like, okay, that's amazing. And it's like you try and be engaged, but as you struggle to engage. That's what it feels like with Travis. It's like, I want to be engaged, but like what is being said, I have no care. I have no worries. Like this feels not my cup of tea sort of type of vibe here. And so it feels like he struggles to connect with Taylor and what she's going through and what she's been saying. What's going for him though is the Four of Pentacles, which is he's been gathering stuff up to, I think, kind of make this transition. He just hasn't gotten there quite yet, but he's mustering up the courage. He's finding the answers, putting things together, talking with individuals, how to do this, how to make this work, or how to detach from it safely and healthily. That's not going to cause major issues with everything going on in his life, is what this kind of feels like. In the past, he's like, there's that Two of Pentacles again. Do I stay with the ship? Do I stay with the ship that's trying to run away from its problems, or do I go with the ship that's facing them head on and navigating them? And then here in the future, we have the King of Swords. Interesting. So it feels like he feels like where Taylor might be a little bit out of control. He himself, it feels like he's stepping into his power, whether that's when he's in a relationship with Taylor still or not. We'll pull some cards there, but like he's stepping into his power. It definitely feels like here with him showing up as the King of Swords upright. Yep, because it's like the Ten of Pentacles. I'm building up what I want to leave behind. I'm building up my legacy, my network, my people. Who am I interacting with? Who am I working with? He's building that up here. Yep, the Six of Swords, the internet, or it's just a travel distance journey. So he wants to build something long lasting, whether that's a family, whether that's his legacy. I'm wondering if is he want to go like overseas and start like projects overseas with that Six of Swords card? The Two of Wands, though, he's not 100% certain how that's all going to kind of pan out. With the Two of Wands, it's all about my manifestation, but seeing it reversed, I always is like, yeah, I got stuck back to ground zero of what I kind of want to do. And then with the Two of Swords, he's kind of stuck in what do I want to do? He's stuck and he's not making a decision at the current moment. So when it comes to, I think, his relationship with Taylor, he himself is stepping into his power. However, he's having some indecision of what to do, on whether to move forward or stay with and build something, or build like a legacy with Taylor. With the Two of Wands here, he's not sure because he doesn't know what he wants out of life, so he's stuck in this indecision. But he is healing, I think, from old wounds, old heartbreak. So like that old relationship, I think he's finally moving on from it, because like when he came into this relationship with Taylor, allegedly, conspiracy, my opinions here, I almost feel like Taylor was a rebound for him, and I think he's starting to heal from the previous relationship from before Taylor to where he's at now, in my opinion here, especially with the Three of Swords reversed, which is a healing of that heartbreak. So, interesting there. So, alrighty. So, I'm going to now just, the last thing I want to look at here for Travis is how is the rest of what does his career look like kind of going forward? At least here for his football, and then kind of maybe delving a little bit into what does he want to kind of do after? Or what kind of projects can we expect from Mr. Travis? So, let's take a look here at just Travis's career, football and or otherwise, kind of looking what's the current energy around him for that. Okay. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the reading up to this point, remember to hit that like button down below if you would like to. Otherwise, if you want to join us here on the channel and just support it, you can hit that subscribe button, comment down below, engage with the video. The more you guys engage, the more it's promoted out to YouTube so more people see it, so we can grow an awesome community, which has already started. And it's like, it's insane to me that we're nearing 400 subscribers, and it's just awe-inspiring to me. Every time I look, it's like, oh my goodness, more people are joining. So if you want to join us, if you haven't already, feel free to do so. We have new content coming out all the time, and you guys get to help vote in the community tab polls and see and have a decision on what type of content is coming out every week. So without further ado, with that out of the way, let's take a look at what's coming up here for Travis's career. For kind of like just what's this general vibe or energy around it. So the Two of Cups. Ooh. So when it comes to his career, he's finding his niche is what this find out, or he's finding his partner in crime to kind of move forward with it, and what he wants to do. With the Two of Cups, it's also commitment for me. So it's like he's finding what he's committing himself to. What are we committing ourselves to? Whatever he's going to move into, it's not that he doesn't know, it's because it feels like with the moon reversed, it's like it's hidden from him right now, but it's hidden from him because of reasons, not bad reasons. It's just it's like you need to get through this next cycle so this new thing can come in. So when it comes to his career and moving forward, it's like the next thing for him, it feels like, is oncoming. It's going to kind of come out of nowhere. And he's being committed to it financially. This is, I think, going to be a nonprofit. Allegedly conspiracy, whatever, in my opinion, with the lady, aka the Empress reversed. I'm definitely seeing this more as like a nonprofit, humanitarian type of organization that he's going to be a part of, because with the Empress reversed in financial aspects, like this is something that's not going to make a ton of money. It's not going to be extremely profitable. It feels more nonprofit because it's like you're not going to have a ton of money to like to put it towards a ton of different things. It's going to be like you're nurturing what you want to nurture. And like when it comes to finances coming in, it's not going to be making you millions of dollars. It's there for the purpose of nurturing others, not nurturing yourself. Hopes and fears. The hope here is it's going to take off really, really big. Like I said, I think that for him and his career, you have the Prince of Wands. All 4 feet are off the ground. It is flying. When this opportunity and organization kind of starts up for him, that he's very much committed to, it's going to... It hits not just at the heartstrings. This isn't, like I said, I think he's going to nonprofit work. My opinion here, and like this organization is giving back in a big way to a bunch of people. I wouldn't even doubt if like it starts off in, say, like Kansas City or even in Philadelphia, and then it kind of expands from there. Because that's what it feels like. It's like it's smaller, but then it expands, and then it expands some more, and then it expands even more. Think about it as like the Make-A-Wish Foundation, where it starts really small, but then it's like on like a national scale in the United States. Like that's kind of the vibe for this kind of career that he's kind of building for himself. It's like this is not just an organization that gives back locally, but nationally across the entire United States. The unseen obstacle here is the Prince of Cups. It's like he's going to be having a few people offer him things that he does not need to take. There's false offers of resources, of love, of emotions that are going to be coming in for him when it involves this project of his, where it's like, oh, we're behind you. Oh, we're going to give you money. Oh, we totally support this. Oh, but it's like in reality, what these groups or individual interests, I feel like want is more, we just want our name attached to this. We aren't going to give you anything, but we want our name attached to it because it makes us look good at the end of the day. And that's what I'm going to feel like is the obstacle, is that there are people coming in that want to either derail this project or this organization, or they just want to be a part of it without putting any work in. And just like Travis, when he gets to this point, he has to be very discerning on who he's working with, who he's kind of having names attached to, because it can lead to people just using that organization to boost their own selves up without having to do anything. And I don't think that's feeling Travis's energy. That's like his number one, his like biggest pet peeve, which is you're doing something, but you aren't, or you're saying you're doing something, but you aren't doing any of the work to get that accolade or recognition that you are providing out there. That feels like one of his biggest pet peeves. And it's like, you need to be discerning because people are going to try and do that with this organization. The challenge here is the Queen of Swords. There's people who are going to be naysayers and not want him to reach for his dream. And this organization, people are going to actively dissuade him from doing it. With this Queen of Swords, there's going to be maybe a feminine energy. It's like, well, why do you want to do that? Like, what do you mean you want to put your energy and time towards that? Doesn't make you any money. That doesn't make you anything. Why does that do for you? And that's the type of vibe I'm feeling there. There's going to be people who diss him. There's going to be people who are going to be actively against it, dissuade him, try talking him out of it. But what's going for him, though, is that he's detaching from those people. He's detaching from those who are coming in with false offers. He's detaching himself from those people who are naysayers or don't believe in this dream of his. With the Princess of Cups, it's all about detachment of emotions. Like, okay, you don't believe in that? Fine. You need to go over there. I'm not here for that. I'm here for those who want to see this dream succeed, because you know what? It can. Yep, because in the past, it's the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe this is an idea that came from beforehand. That's like, he's had this dream for a while. He's had this dream, and maybe he had this with a previous partner and talked about it. And it's like, okay, now I want to revive this later on. And here in the future, Ace of Cups. It can be a little bit sad because it might not grow to what he expects it to be. However, it's a great idea, and people are just actively trying to bring him down is what it feels like, more or less. However, it's a great idea where it brings him life, it brings him passion. He looks at what he has versus what he doesn't have here. High Priestess, this is in his divine path. Allegedly conspiracy, whatever my opinions. We're looking at spirituality. We're just going to go down a little bit into it. But what this feels like here with the High Priestess showing up, whatever this next step in his career, this nonprofit work is what I'm feeling. This is part of why he wanted to be here on Earth, to uplift communities versus, in my opinion, uplift the collective versus kind of keep the collective at the status quo. Like, this idea, if he doesn't do it here coming up within the next 5 years, it'll come back up in the next 15. It'll come back, and if he doesn't do it then, it'll come up in the next 20. This is something he is meant to do, in my opinion. Whatever this organization or idea is, he is meant to do this. And if he doesn't do this, it's going to keep coming back up. He's going to keep repeating these same cycles until he finally does do it. And if he doesn't do it in this lifetime, he will then get put back into the next one to do the same thing, is what it feels like. This is something if you look at it in the sense of the soul kind of has like a plan when it comes onto Earth. This is part of his soul journey. Like, this idea, this project, this organization is part of his soul journey to do this work, to do these projects, to give back. Yeah, because here's the Lovers. Again, people are going to try and dissuade him to not do this because it's good for the collective, maybe not good for other people, even people at home, because it rocks his foundation. I think it's about home life here, destabilization of relationships, destabilization of home, of sense of self. People are going to really try and dissuade him from doing this. Why? Because it's a foolhardy journey. It's too ambitious. It's too much. You're not going to be able to do it. It also feels like what he aims to do, other people don't want him doing because it won't benefit them at the end of the day. It doesn't benefit anyone but the collective. And if it doesn't benefit the people at the top, it's not going to benefit anyone. That's what this kind of feels like to me. And I'm getting really, really mad because I'm like, this idea, whatever this is, it's meant to be put out there. Yeah, you're supposed to move forward with it. You charge forward with it. Like I said, if he doesn't do it this lifetime, he's going to have to do it next lifetime. However, his hands are tied because people are actively dissuading him. Travis, just barrel through it. Please. Tell the naysayers to F off and away they go. That's what I would say. Allegedly conspiracy, whatever. No facts here, just my opinions. I'm just speaking nonsense into the world. Okay. I am, there's one, I know, I said that last time. I'm just going to look at one last thing here. And I want to see this dream, and what does his brother Jason feel like? What does his brother Jason feel with this dream? I don't know why, I'm just getting called to, it's something that's popped into my head. It's like, I want to see, what is this dream, and what does Jason feel about it? His older brother, his only sibling, Jason. What does Jason feel about Travis and this dream of his? Because I feel like this is something he's talked about forever. Like, when I mean forever, like, he has this idea since he was like 4. And he's told his brother about it, and I just want to see, what does Jason feel about this dream, this idea that Travis has? And I want to see the dream, Travis, and Jason. All right. Let's take a look here. How does Jason feel and Travis feel about the dream? Okay. The dream, Jason, Travis. Ooh. So whatever this dream is, it's the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So this is something that is a drain. This is something that costs money to do. It's not a profitable business. It might even be not profitable to start with. Jason, it feels like when he thinks about this dream, it's like you want to destroy, you want to knock it all down and start anew. You want to knock down the pre-existing stuff and start new. You want to shake the foundation of the world. This is what it feels like. Jason's like, this is going to shake everything up. With the Tower card, he's like, this shakes everything up. This upends everything. This is like, it's radical is what it gets. Like this dream, whatever this dream is, that's financially draining, nonprofit based, but gives back to the community at large, not just to one single individual, it shakes the entire foundation of what we know. Travis is showing up here as the King of Pentacles reversed, which is sometimes a greedy, selfish card. But when I see it in the greedy, selfish aspect, I'm going to pull some tea leaves on it. But what I'm getting here is like, I'm being greedy and selfish about this because this is my dream. I'm not here. This is greedy and selfish for the collective, not greedy and selfish for myself. Okay, let's just get some, I want to get some clarifiers for about this dream for Jason. That's the dream. There's Jason and then Travis. Okay. So, actually, no, this is the dream. So, Mountain Road. You are on the road to success. This will be a successful dream, whatever it is when they get there. Travis thinks this is not a fool's journey, but it's very wishful thinking. If it's able to come to fruition, it shakes the entire foundation, but it's very wishful thinking. Travis over here is the Flute. Disappointment in a friend or lover. Like I said, there are people who do not want Travis to succeed at whatever this dream is of his. And like I said, but if he doesn't keep doing it, like he's going to come back the next lifetime and figure out how to do it. Travis, do it. Whatever this is. And then I'm just going to pull a little bit here from this deck. Oh, is that the only one I need? Yeah. So then we have the many faces of nature. So this dream can take on many faces. But what this card, at least to me, very intuitively is it's also the number 1. It's the first card of the deck. Like I said, again, Travis is meant to do this dream and put it into action this lifetime. It's following his spiritual path. It's following the goals that he was sent to do, that his whatever the soul was wanting to do in this lifetime. This dream is it. With the many faces of nature, intuitively, it's when I see this card. This one is of you are connecting others around you. Whatever this dream is you are connecting others around you. It shakes the foundation of what we know, but it shakes it in the way of a positive direction, of getting back to where we need to go, of connecting with other individuals, of seeing others in our differences and accepting and agreeing with our differences. Whatever this dream is and how he wants to do it. Travis might not know how to do it quite yet, but he is figuring it out. Again, I think he needs to keep this a little bit closer to his chest than what he has been doing, as there are people who are actively going to dissuade him. There are people who are actively going to try and make sure that this doesn't happen. There are people who are going to try and come in with false promises and I think derail the whole thing to make it something it isn't. So again, Travis, can we get some advice here for Travis? Because like this dream feels, it starts as a small nonprofit but then grows outwards. And it's here and now. Is the advice. Be in the here and now. When it comes up, it's going to come up. When it's time for it to run with it, it's going to be time to run with it. Be in the here and now. Look at the opportunities around you. And he has such an innate sense, it feels like, for when is the right place and the right time. Remember, he's a very intelligent individual. Again, if you don't think he is, I'm sorry. I can only interpret what I'm seeing and feeling, and he's so much smarter than people give him credit for, at least in my opinion. Because like when the right opportunity comes in, he will know it and be able to go for it. People are going to actively dissuade him from trying to do it, but I'm like, Travis, don't think, do. Might be bad advice, but don't think, just do. Allegedly, conspiracy, whatever. That's what I'm seeing for this reading on my deep dive with Trais Kelce. If you guys enjoyed this, hit that like button down below. Let me know what you liked, what you disliked, what you would like to maybe see in a follow-up video about Travis. In the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this and want to stick around and see more content that I have, I highly suggest clicking on, I think a video will be popping up here soon of other videos that you might like based off your interest. And maybe hit that subscribe button while you're there too. If you want to stay in tune with other videos that I'm putting out, and do be informed about community tab posts where I post weekly on video topics for people that I cover during the week. So you guys get to vote on those and choose what videos you would like to see. And yeah. So with all of that, I really want to thank you so very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!